only 1 week away from the final that could have been on my birthday, Canada. And it would have been a lot more convenient given my plans, Canada. But it's fine. Anyway. Welcome to The Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy, say something gay. Gay, and I'm drinking crack tea, but I'm drinking it out of my mug because it finally arrived! Yay!
Yay! We love
I love
that.
it.
It's so
small,
beautiful.
but it's very dainty, and we love
it's dainty. It is a true tea mug. It's not a big look. It's not an American tea cup because we like things bigger and bigger and bigger.
I mean, this is the cup I've been using all day otherwise, so. But yes.
That's great. What flavor of the crack tea is it today?
It is the last little bit of my blackberry citrus lemonade, which I think is my favorite one thus far.
Good.
So it was citrus energy, berry energy, blackberry lemonade, and then lemonade base. Phenomenal.
Sounds phenomenal. Well, I am Lana, your resident diva, here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because I love me some tea. Purr. And if you have some tea, you know what to do. Hit me up because I love me some tea. And it's been a minute, Logan. It's been a while since I said this, but I am drinking strawberry sun-kissed.
I predicted that. No, I'm not even kidding, because I was watching some of our old videos the other day and I remember your strawberry sun-kissed face. Where we're strawberry sun-kissed every episode. So I'm thrilled. I literally was thinking, it's strawberry sun-kissed, isn't it?
It's strawberry sun-kissed. She is back is she. She is me. And I love it.
Yes.
But am I going to pour my strawberry sun-kissed in my cup mug? No, because she's dirty. I did not wash her today. I did not.
I had to because I took it out of the styrofoam box that it came in.
Yes,
I literally have to wait. I want to show the audience. This is the box.
The packaging. Mm-hmm.
This is the box that it came in. I was literally like, "What?" I knew what it was, but I'm like, "It is just a styrofoam box."
Mm-hmm.
So, if you would like your own styrofoam box in your mailbox, link will be below. But yeah.
LanaG'sCreations.etsy.com, where you get all of your cup merch and your cup and all other things, because I have other things in there. And I will get back to putting more things in my Etsy shop. I've taken a little break, but I am going back to doing that. But yeah, Strawberry Sun-Kissed is back, ladies and gents.
Woo! And we are back. Week 8, BBCAN 11. It is the final 5. We have a final 4.
We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it.
And I just want to say,
We'll talk about it. I'm just not going to jump the gun yet. We need to talk about it and build up to we need to stay in order. Timeline is key.
Well, there ain't no build up with this HOH, so I guess we could just dive into it. Cause oh my lord,
HOH. What HOH? How about
this? So Tuesday's episode was literally half rehashing the double eviction.
Mm-hmm.
So
nothing. We
don't need to talk about it.
We've already talked about it.
We did. Go check it out. We did it last week. It was lovely and wonderful, except for Kuzi getting evicted. But yeah, so we go to the HOH. It's called Take It or Leave Her.
Mm-hmm.
Take it or leave it?
Leave her.
But is the pun take it or leave it?
Yes, the pun is take it or leave it. But it's take it or leave her.
It's like a 4. I'd rate that like a 4. It's not good. So You have to put one foot onto a beam with an HOH figure at the end. And if your HOH figure fell off, then you were eliminated.
Mm-hmm.
And the fastest comp in BBCAN history.
17 seconds.
17 seconds.
17 whole seconds.
And who comes out of this 17 seconds as the victor, as the winner, as the only person with her foot still on a lever? Anika. Now, when I found out that Anika won HOH, I was like, oh my God, good for her. I bet it was like a memory comp or something. No. No. No.
No.
I'm like, okay, cool.
She literally just kept her foot on the lever for
17 seconds.
I want to know how everybody else just was like, like, what?
I want to know, Mr. Daniel Clark. We play games like this all the time. Because in the orgs that we do, these kind of comps are very common. So how are you not going to be the one to balance for more than, I think he was like second out or something? Daniel, this was your moment. This could have been your moment. And it wasn't.
17 seconds.
17 seconds, but Anika wins. Good for her. I'm happy for her.
She needed a win. Everybody had won, and she was the only person that has not won anything.
Yep.
And so she needed this win. I'm happy that she got this win.
Very.
And then she goes into her HOH week, and she does what I'm just like, did we not see this play out before? But she does it. She decides that she's going to put up Claudia and Renee for the nominations. Not Ty. Because Ty saved her. But I'm like, baby girl, we are down to 5. I can't rely on the person who saved me besides who is the biggest threat in this game. Yeah. And if he pulls himself off and wins the veto like he's been doing, winning videos, he pulls himself off, I still don't have to put up my number 1 in the process.
Yep.
But she did not decide to do that. She decided she's going to leave Ty off the block and put up Claudia and Renee.
This is the difficulty for me with recruits. And I think Anika has played a very good game so far. I think she's played fine. I think she's
played Go ahead.
A fine game, all things considered.
Because she didn't have to make decisions for herself. Boom.
Exactly. And the one time you get to make a decision, I'm not going to say she fumbled the bag because of the outcome of the week.
Right.
Thankfully.
But it had nothing to do with her.
No.
She fumbled. No, I'm going to say she fumbled the bag even with the outcome because the outcome had nothing to do with her. It was because the person who won the veto made the decision to throw the vote to her.
Yeah.
But she fumbled the bag because if she would have thought about this, just strategically figuring out what moves. I just watched this happen last week, a couple days ago, the other day, last night. Yeah. I just saw this play out last night where somebody had to be forced to put up a friend in the game and send them home.
Yeah.
Because they didn't have the power to do anything else. Why would you not put Ty up and make Ty fight his way down if he's going to win? Fight himself down. That way, it's leaving somebody off the block who I can replace, who won't be my number one, and we still have all the power to make all the decision. But
it's a bad rookie. It's a bad rookie error, and unfortunately, it's now 2 bad rookie errors in a row made by both Claudia and Anika.
Because they
yeah. So, I mean, I'm thankful for Claudia's rookie mistake because let's be honest, Daniel would have gone home in the double if she hadn't made that mistake. So,
for sure,
I'm thankful for that. But yeah, so Claudia and Renee go on the block. We go to Wednesday, the 300th episode of BBCAN. I'm so happy for them. And yeah, 300 episodes. Good for you. Happy for you, BBCAN. But I'm going to go on a rant for a second because I need you to remember that the only reason, Global, BBCAN, are you listening? The only reason you are here at 300 episodes is because the fans brought you back from the dead. And all you've done is treat us like shit all season. With the lack of the live feeds, the digital dailies being perfectly fine, but nothing over the top, nothing extravagant. And I would have liked to see my friend Daniel on live feeds for this whole summer. So I just want to remind you, 300, congratulations. Y'all better bring back the live feeds for next season. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Anyway, 300 episodes. And not much happens really other than the veto. We get we have a new alliance because we're making the agency, because we make alliances at Final Five apparently.
I mean, and every alliance has to have a fun name, right? So
it's not a bad name, all things considered.
It's not a bad name. I never said it was a bad name.
I wish this alliance had been formed earlier in the season. Maybe we would have had a Koozie involved in this alliance. Maybe a Jonathan involved in this alliance. Maybe a Santina involved in this alliance, perhaps. You know, even maybe a Renee in this alliance. That would have been an interesting little group right there.
I wouldn't have been mad at it.
No. Daniel, Anika, Ty, Koozie, Jonathan, or Koozie, Jonathan, Santina, Renee. A little big, but
a little bit. Yeah, once you look, slim off Renee.
That's fine. Works for me. But
cool.
Yeah, that's really the only thing that's shown other than the veto, which, guess what, Lana?
Wait. Because it cannot be what I think you were going to say it might be.
And what do you think that I am going to say?
Because I feel like it's so many promotional vetoes that it would be insane to do another one. So they couldn't have done another one. Tell me they didn't do another one.
Well, guess what, Lana? We have enough sponsors this season that they did another one!
Oh my gosh. Sponsored vetoes are the best.
Sponsored vetoes are just the most fun, the most thrilling, the most just... They're so fun!
So fun.
Genuinely, I will say, the only sponsored veto I liked this season was the Brita one. Yes. That was fun.
Brita was fun. But this one was not interesting. This wasn't horrible. No, this one wasn't horrible.
So now we're down to Final Five, which means that the HOH gets to play for veto. Mm-hmm. It didn't matter because she came in last, but she got to play. Mm-hmm. I don't remember if there was a name for the comp. I don't remember it if it was, but you had to hold down a button and then you would get a list of items that you had to memorize. And then you had to get into this giant like hamster wheel that was supposed to be like a vacuum, like the nozzle on a vacuum.
Yeah. That's a rotator on the vacuum.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so you roll across, you have to find puzzle pieces in order. Mm-hmm. and then put together your puzzle that, guess what, Lana? The puzzle looks like a vacuum.
The vacuum. It makes sense. It makes sense.
Because it's Shark / Ninja.
Mm-hmm.
Because I guess they're the same company.
I guess.
I didn't realize that. But you know, when you think on it, it makes sense if they were the same company. They just do different things, but like similar.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everybody's
I have Shark and Ninja products actually in my home.
Everybody's so creative.
Everybody's so creative. So yeah, then they have to assemble the puzzle. But if you had a wrong puzzle piece, or if you picked a puzzle piece in the wrong order, you got a 2-minute penalty.
Mm-hmm.
And the only person to get a penalty was Claudia. So
she only looked at the thing once and she was like, I got it. Let's go.
That's such not. If it's me, for me in this comp, I would have split it in 2. Because lists of 5 are a lot easier to memorize than 10.
Of course. I would have definitely done a list of 2. Yeah. I mean, unless I was like Speedy Gonzalez, like Ty, and who can go back and forth and do it like that. And his strategy of 3 wasn't a bad strategy because he knew he was going to be quick. Now, me personally, I'm not quick, so I would have did 5 and then did it and then do 5.
Absolutely. And like come up with like a mnemonic or something. Like I don't remember what the pieces were, but it's like come up with like a letter system and then
like
you can figure
dog, DC. It's like dog, dirt, corn, whatever.
Something.
Popcorn, something.
Yeah. So Anika comes in last. Claudia in 4th, Renee in 3rd, and it comes down to Daniel and Ty. And Ty wins again.
And like in a big way. Nobody was even close.
Daniel was 4 or like 3.5 minutes behind.
Still, like in 3 minutes in that comp is a lot of time. Ty even did the puzzle wrong and was putting the puzzle the wrong way and had to fix that. It was just
He has also, I don't know if you saw, Lana, he has now set a record. So last week during the double, he tied the record for most consecutive veto wins in North American Big Brother. Because we're looking at US and Canada because they follow the same format. No other Big Brother really follows that exact format.
Right.
So he had tied with, I think, Michael from BB24 was on that list. Janelle was on that list. I think Danny Reyes, or not Reyes, Donato was on that list.
Janelle and Michael were the one, they had tied, they had the most. And
there were a bunch of people tied with 3 in a row. That was
3 in a row, not 7 total. Like 3 in a row was Danny, Janelle, Michael, all those people. But
he has now set the record for the most consecutive veto wins in one season with 4 in a row.
Yep.
That's impressive.
Very much.
I don't particularly care for him, and I don't like the way that he's been speaking about people in this game, but I have to respect what he's done. It's honestly very similar to Michael, where like he was a comp beast. I respect that. I didn't love exactly how he went about the game, but I respect the comp wins.
Yeah.
So that is now Ty's 4, 5, 7th comp win.
Which is, if he wins another comp, he will surpass the most comp wins in North America.
We'll talk about it.
Because that's 7 or that's 8.
Well, I don't know if they're counting the safety comp. That's the problem. If they count the safety comp, then he's at 7 with this veto.
Right.
If they don't, then he's at 6. So, but
we'll see.
So Ty wins the veto, and he goes to tell Anika, "Hey, I'm using the veto on Cece." And Anika all but implodes. She's like, "You lied to me."
You lied to me.
The whole thing, she's like, you lied to me. And he goes, I had to. He is giving the villainry that I have been asking for in Big Brother for a long time. Again, I will say, has he spoken to people in this house, specifically women, in a great way? Absolutely not. Do I condone any of the things that he said about or to the women in this house? Absolutely not. Do I think his gameplay is villainous in the best possible way? Yes.
Here's the thing.
Maybe not the best possible way, but very, very. I enjoy the way that he plays the game.
Look here. I don't condone all the stuff he said earlier in the game and how but this is the thing. You get spoken to how you allow people to speak to you. You get talked to how you allow people to talk to you. Because if we notice, the one time Ty got crazy with Kuzi gave it right back and he ain't tried it again. And he ain't said nothing to her again out of the way. But the fact of the matter is, these women need to get off of their knees and stop letting these men talk to them any kind of way. Because if you let them talk to you any kind of way, they will continue to talk to you crazy. And so, yes, he has said some way crazy things to like Claudia, to Renee, to Anika, to Santina. And it's like,
To Vanessa.
And like, you don't let people talk to you how you don't want to. And I don't care, game or not. I would rather leave a game with my head held high, knowing I stood up for what I like. I wouldn't let nobody talk to me crazy, than sitting there coming out the house like, "Girl, why you let him talk to you like that?" I was just trying to play the game. I didn't want to give up. F this game. What I will not do is be disrespected in any kind of way. Because I'm like, Claudia, especially, I don't care. You like him. And you're letting this man that you like talk to you crazy, manipulate you into voting out your best friend in the house. And you just like, but I want to work with him. Girl, stand up. Stand up. Play this game. You see how he treats you. Now it's like, okay, use your cute, innocent act, and you cut them. You play that against him. Now, yeah, she tried. She put him up, and it didn't work. He vetoed himself out. But then you turn right back around. I mean, but now he respects me because he knows I do it, and I want to work with him to the end. To lose? Girl.
And then
I don't.
And then when God, so we go to the veto meeting. To nobody's surprise, Ty uses the veto on Claudia.
He told he was. He said he was gonna do it. And Anika should have known better. Because baby, you watched this play out a couple days ago.
Literally.
You watched this play out a couple days ago. And when you talk about you lied to me. Of course he lied to you. This is Big Brother. Y'all all lied to each other. And this man know he is on the island by himself. If he would have told you he would use the veto, you would have put him up next to Claudia, which you should have did in the first place. Don't get mad when your plans don't work out the way you planned it, when you ain't thinking 2, 3, 4 plans ahead. Like, you leave the veto king and the comp king off the block so he don't have to worry about 1, taking himself off, and 2, saving somebody else. So you have to put up somebody you don't want. Okay. But, I'm sorry.
So, Ty uses the veto on Claudia, and Anika has no choice but to put up her number 1 ally. And Daniel goes on the block. And I was worried.
I was worried too. I was worried because I did not know what Ty was going to do. Yes. Because this was all boiled down to Ty.
Yep.
It was all going to boil down to Ty. Claudia was not going to vote out Renee.
Nope.
And it all boiled down to Ty. But this is what I'm going to say. Daniel C., as much as I was worried, I wasn't. And it's a weird, strange kind of feeling. Because the only reason I wasn't as worried for Daniel C. is because Daniel C. had played the loyalty card with Ty. And Ty has yet to have to return the favor.
Yeah.
For Daniel C. And I was like, all Dan got to do is pull out I saved you card. When everybody was telling me to leave you on the block to vote you out, I saved you. All I'm asking is for you to return the favor for me. Save me. Look out for me. And I'm like, he got that ace in the hole. Now, if Ty was go bite, that's had me worried because Ty is a better game player than like an Anika and a Claudia because they play with heart. Ty is not here to play with his heart. Ty's here to play the game smart. So I'm like, is he going to use this? Because the smart move would have been is letting Daniel C go would have been smart because Ty still beat anybody up there in his mind.
Yeah.
He still beats anybody, and especially in like the competitions, he was going to make it to the final, whatever, against those three.
Yeah.
So, but go ahead.
Well, I was going to say, I don't know how much of this you saw online either, Lana, but there was something that resurfaced around, I think it was Tuesday, Wednesday, where Ty had talked about, so back when Zach was in the house, I guess there was a moment either on the show or on the digital daily, I don't remember, where Ty and Zach had agreed to split the prize money if they were the final two.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And then it resurfaced. It was this last Sunday's digital daily. Ty was talking to Daniel and said, and I quote, because I pulled the quotes because I like to be informed. He said, and I quote, I probably can't say this on the live, but I don't care about the money. That's why me and Zach were playing so well together because we had an agreement. If we were to make final two, we would split it down the middle. Which, according to BBCAN alum,
it's against the rules.
Is illegal. And then Ty also said, if I was to win, I would be happy to give the entire winning to the person that sits beside me, took a chance and gave me the opportunity to make it to final two. So
if you didn't come on the show for the money, what did you come on the show for? Just
exposure.
to say I did it?
Exposure.
Sure, but
I don't know. It's interesting. I don't think anything will come of it.
I mean, because see, this is the thing. If Ty came on the show for exposure and he did not come for the money, he totally blew his opportunity to do anything else because he's such an ugly person. He was a nasty person in this house. He had a very bad attitude. He disrespected a lot of people in his house. Canada does not like him.
No.
So therefore, you get the exposure for what? Because like at least people who haven't won this show and got on and did really well, it was because people liked them. Ika, Jetson, all these people who've done like BBCAN, Entertainment Tonight Canada, ET Canada, and going on and did Amazing Race Canada, Ty. It's because people actually liked them when they left the house. people actually thought these are good people. These are nice people. I would want to hang out and have a beer with these. Nobody want to hang out with Ty and Zach. Exposure for what? Just to show how much of a jerk you are?
I don't know.
At least say you just came for the money, and I will understand your whole attitude. I didn't care less about friends. I didn't less about Canada liking me. I don't care nothing about nothing. I came to win whatever the amount of money is, $100,000. I came for the $100,000. Friends be damned, Canada be damned, everybody else be damned. I came for the $100,000. That would make his attitude and the way he talked to people make sense.
Absolutely.
But for you to say, I don't care about the money, and I will give it to the person sitting next to me just to give me the opportunity to be here, that the math ain't mathing, sir.
Great. Give Daniel $100,000. Love it.
Great. Because
honestly,
more people like him than they like you.
Yep. So
okay.
Anyway. So we start Thursday's episode. We come back. Anika is very upset about having to put Daniel up, but she did it to herself. And then this is where we see they were put on slop. So this actually happened 3 days prior to when they claimed it was. So they were put on slop basically the day after the eviction, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Day after the double.
Mm-hmm.
Because they were getting a Wendy's auction. Because the Wendy's points finally matter. If we're not going to get an auction in Modern Survivor, I'm happy that we got it in BBCAN.
I would have rather the Wendy's points be used for something major, like a power to save Kuzi, for instance.
Well, I completely agree with you.
But auction, sure.
Well, could you imagine if there had just been the secret thing? Because there was no secret power, whatever, this season. Mm-mm. What if the secret power was a menu? Because Wendy's. A menu of powers, and you have to have a certain number, $20,000 for a diamond power veto.
Yeah. That's what they should have done. It's you go in this room with your Wendy's points when you want to cash it in,
or some whodunit situation, someone else. Oh, this may have been a little bit too complex to complete, but start of the game, 2 people randomly get access to a power, but it's a whodunit thing where you have to figure out who the other person is, and then you get the power. Does that make sense at all? Did that?
Okay. I mean, but it's randomly picked. Who gets the random pick? Yeah, I get it.
Arissa gets to randomly pull balls out of a thing. I don't know. I don't know.
And these 2 people get it. Yeah.
Something like that would have been cute. They've done very, very well with the theme this year and theming things around it. It's just they've been too bogged down by the sponsored vetoes.
Yeah.
To really, I hope that the final HOH is so murder mystery, whodunit. They're always good with the final HOH, so I'm hoping. But yeah, so we get the auction with Spicy V. Twerk. I loved it. She is the perfect person to come back, and I truly think she's going to be the new Gary, where they bring her back every season.
Okay.
I think it's going to be Spicy V.
Love that.
I think it's Spicy V. I think in future seasons they could also bring back Kuzi. I think she'd be the perfect person to do things. I think they could have done Betty. I think Betty would have done great. Summer would have been great. Yeah. Just give the women of color of BBCAN more opportunities. Thank you, BBCAN.
Thank you.
Which, speaking of past people returning, the person at the Wendy's window was Adele from season 2, and I was like, oh, Adele.
I like Adele.
He was on TV like literally 10 years ago.
I know, right?
Wild.
Wow.
Can you imagine if they do All Stars now and bring back people from like seasons 1 and 2?
Crazy. Crazy.
When the announcer in the start of this episode was like, doing whatever since 2013, I was like, what do you mean 2013? Huh. Okay. Great. It's literally been 11 years because it's season 11. Anyway, so the auction, if you've seen a Survivor auction, it's the same thing.
Yes.
It's just Ty had 30,000 Wendy's points.
Mm-hmm.
And they even said, whoever got koozies, ooh, and
oop. Ty was like, thanks,
thanks, koozie. So, in order, we had $1,000 cash, which Renee got. Everyone got something, which I was happy about.
Yes, that was good.
A giant Wendy's meal, which went to Ty. A video from home, which went to Claudia, and I was really happy about that because she didn't get to see her family during the veto when they brought in the family, so I was happy about that.
Yeah.
Daniel took $3,000 cash, as he should.
Per work.
A 1-minute plea to the jury. And Ty takes this one. And I think, honestly, that is the most beneficial one.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why I was saying, like, I think this did have, like, the big thing, and the big thing was this plea to the jury. So I think, with that being said, I think that was, like, the big thing, obviously. A phone call with a loved one. This one came down to Anika and Renee. And so Anika takes it because Renee runs out of points. And I felt really bad because Renee was the other person who hadn't seen her family. So I was like, oh, I kind of wish that Anika gave it to Renee, but also, like, I don't blame her.
Right.
And she got to hear from her mom, which was lovely. And then the last one, which literally no one could fight Ty on, was a 1-minute strategy session with Ty.
Period.
From season 9 Ty.
Sean Ty.
Why wasn't it Kevin? I wonder.
Maybe Kevin couldn't do it. I mean, Kevin would have been a great choice, but maybe Kevin
because Ty was there last season, wasn't he?
Probably.
Did they? Oh, or no? Did they not do because of COVID?
Maybe not.
Oh yeah, maybe they didn't do. I don't remember. BBCAN 10 was great, but it's a blur to me.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so Ty gets his strategy session with Ty, and Ty doesn't really give Ty anything definitive.
Because really, honestly, what could Ty say to Ty at this point that Ty is not already doing?
I have a theory.
You don't think Ty wants Ty to win?
No, not at all.
Somebody else named Ty to win?
No, I just don't. I don't know if Ty likes Ty. If I'm being honest, it seems like, and this is no shade to anybody, it just seemed like Tashawn was kind of putting a little bit on and was kind of like, yeah, you just got to do what you got to do. And like at Final 5, I treat it like a chessboard. And I'm like, you've watched the whole season.
Has he?
He works for ET Canada, so I'm going to assume he does. He hasn't been doing the exit interviews because that's been Brittany. But I'm going to assume that he's been watching the season.
I don't know. He might not.
It would be strange if a winner was not watching the season. But I mean, he's working for ET Canada now. So.
Might be just busy.
Yeah. My theory is that I don't think Tashawn likes him very much.
I mean, that's possible too. Nobody really likes Ty. This is the thing. We know we really don't like Ty. We just
No.
admire his game. At this point in time, it's like his gameplay is very much a good game to watch. Him as a person, not so much. He's
Yeah.
just not doing it for like Kevin wasn't likable at the beginning, but became
Yeah.
likable in the end. Ty has
Yeah.
just been not likable the entire time. But it's like, but your gameplay is like you actually are playing the game. So I guess I got to give you your props and your flowers for actually playing the game. But I still don't like him. So Ty might not like Ty. Tyshawn might not like Ty, which it is what it is. He got his right not to like him.
Yeah. Is Tashawn the most likable winner? I think so.
I love Tyshawn, by the way. I just think he's
I
so
do too.
so dang cute, and he was great. And then when he
Ah.
kicked out Beth, I was like,
Ah.
yes,
Ah.
bye, Beth. That was just the funniest thing to me. I loved it. I loved it.
Claudia is literally just Wish version Beth. No disrespect to Claudia, because you're probably a lovely human outside of the game, but you've just made a lot of really bad game choices.
I didn't say it.
So,
Keep going.
the only other thing we see before the eviction, we see Daniel and Renee both pleading to Ty in their different ways, because we all know Claudia is going to vote to keep Renee. So that's a given. So it's either going to be 2-0 Daniel or 1-1 where Anika breaks the tie. So Ty is the swing vote. And ultimately, Daniel does come up with a really, really great pitch. He's like, I literally saved you. You wouldn't be in the game right now if I didn't save you with the secret veto. Renee has put you on the block and actively targeted you. And we'll talk about it, but that's kind of all it takes. We do get a cute little jury segment. Hope and Jonathan are just my favorite humans.
Yeah. I want a duo season, and I want Hope and Jonathan to come back together.
Please.
I'm just saying it.
And honestly, at this point, Kuzi and Ty.
Oh,
honestly,
you know the killer combination that would be with Kuzi and Ty.
Because if Kuzi leaned into that villainry a little bit, like but yes, Queen Kuzi comes into jury and everyone is shocked and sad.
Yes.
And then as Kuzi is explaining everything, Shania comes in and Kuzi's reaction.
She gave a full-blown Tamar.
Literally Tamar over Tom Green level reaction. And I was gagged because in the car, when we see the car ride over, she's like, Daniel and Anika, screw them. And then Shania walks in and she's like, yes, I'm so happy. And I'm like, girl, who do you like other than Ty?
In the moment,
no one?
In the moment, she was very much just upset with Daniel C and Anika because, y'all couldn't even vote for me. Like, even if I was gonna go, you couldn't even vote for me. We supposed to have this whole thing.
Well, Anika couldn't vote.
Well,
Anika was on the block next to Kuzi.
Right. Like, Daniel C, you couldn't even fight for me. You, even though I was gonna go, you couldn't even give me a vote. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Whatever. But still, and all in all, she's like, but them girly pops need to be split up. And so seeing Shania,
boy, have they been decimated. Jesus.
That was so funny.
Yeah.
I did enjoy that reaction in the jury.
I'm like, can someone gift that, please? Someone probably has.
Somebody probably has.
That's going to be the new, like, Oprah standing up screaming for me.
Mm-hmm.
Instead, it's going to be, yes. So, we go to the vote. It's a tie. And obviously, Anika's going to save her bestie in the only good move she made this week.
Yes.
And Renee is evicted in 5th place. I'm sad.
I'm sad, but I'm not.
Her
Because
bootay had been on the
that's
block
it.
just one too many times. Again,
Yeah.
she's a super fan, so I'm thrilled that she got the chance to play the game. She won a comp. She did very well. All things considered, she did remarkable for having been on the block as many times as she was. I think 4. 4 times, I believe. Yeah. 1, 2.
Yes, it's 4 times.
Yeah. I was like, counting, not my forte today.
I'm telling you, it was 4, definitely 4.
Great,
for sure.
Thank you.
But yes, I am sad for Renee. I'm happy that she's gone instead of Daniel.
Yes.
Because my Daniel C stand card is laminated still, and he made it to final 4. Final 4. I'm so excited for him. The fact of the matter is, this man has been trying to get on this show since its inception.
Season 1.
Finally get a chance to do it and makes it to final 4. I'm so excited for him. I can't even contain myself with how excited I am for him.
Yeah. So Renee is gone. She gets a cute little interview with Arissa. And then we start the HOH comp. We do know who wins, so we will discuss that later. But it is a day's competition. And we know that both Daniel and Claudia, thanks to digital dailies, we know that both of them have been studying days with Ty. Because they both know that is a thing that needs to be studied. So it's a classic days comp. There's nothing unique. They're in chairs in the pool room, the library, whatever it's called. Work. And we get 2 questions in, and Ty is in the lead with 2. Daniel and Claudia each have 1, and that's where we end the episode. And a week from that Thursday, we're now 6 days away from the BBCAN finale.
Yep.
So that's the episode. We do know who wins the HOH. So if you don't want to get spoiled, thank you so much for joining us. We'll be back, I think, twice next week. I think we're doing the final 4 eviction, and then we're also doing we're doing it live for the finale. I will be on location and tired as all hell in Los Angeles, but it's fine. But yeah, so thank you for joining us. If you don't want to get spoiled, cheers to you for being spoil free. Woo! Okay, friends. So we got a digital daily today, and it was actually pretty exciting because someone special made an appearance in the house as the Wendy's person thing. Icon, legend, mother for me. May not be mother to you, but mother to me. Floaters better grab a life vest. Rachel Riley made an appearance in the Big Brother Canada house. I love her. And my love of her truly was renewed because of the traitors. I love her. Oh, she's so good. But yeah, so she was the Wendy's person. I guess everyone got to meet her. And then Daniel and Claudia had to explain to Anika and Ty who she was. But we know who the head of household is. We know who won the final 4 HOH. It's Ty.
I mean, are we surprised?
No.
I am not. I am not. Which means it's literally up to whoever wins the veto.
Yeah. I don't believe we know who is on the block yet. I don't think that was information that was given in the Digital Daily. Yeah, I'm now confirming with the... I'm going to double confirm just to make sure. Yeah, so we do not know who the noms are. We don't know who won veto. Presumably we'll get that information tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Which I believe tomorrow might be the last Digital Daily.
Probably.
Because they typically end feeds the weekend before the finale. So we may not know until Wednesday. I don't know what they're going to show us. They may not show us anything, and this might have been the last Digital Daily. And if it was, I'm happy that Rachel Riley was a part of it. But yeah, that is that. Ty will be competing for the final HOH, and he will probably win, and he will probably take Claudia to final 2, and he will probably win. And you know what? At this point in the season, I've accepted that, and I wouldn't be upset from a gameplay standpoint.
Yeah.
I hope.
I'm still pulling out hope that Daniel can pull out a victory maybe in this next
Or
video.
Anika.
Presume more so Daniel.
I agree completely. However, Anika also, she can last for 17 seconds. Who knows what she could do in a veto?
I will not say that. I am not going to say that. I want Daniel to pull out this victory.
I agree.
And Daniel only to pull out this victory, save himself. Therefore, putting Claudia on the block because I'm sure he's going to put up Anika and Daniel. That's just my assumption.
100.
He's going to put up Anika. And so I would love for his game to be played back on him. Like Daniel wins, and then you have to put up your number one, and I'm going to send her right out the door.
I agree completely. I truly hope that happens. A secondary option would be Anika winning the veto and doing the exact same thing.
Anika doing the same thing. Yes.
I would be fine with that outcome.
You know what? Honestly, actually, I would rather Anika win. Let me change that because I feel like Daniel will push back and do what Ty says because he just really loves Ty, and he.
I don't
think he would.
I don't think there's a universe where Daniel is Anika.
I think it's a universe where he would keep Claudia over Anika, smidgen, like a small parallel, because of Ty's blah blah blah, his fascination with Ty. But I think also Daniel be smart enough to be like, this is still a game, and no. Friends aside, no. This is my friend, my ally. I need to keep her. So I don't think it's a verse where Anika or Daniel would do Ty's bidding and keep Claudia. So I just need one of them to win. And yeah. But I think I would rather see Anika do it, just so Anika could say, back at you. I'm using the veto on myself. Yeah. Put up your girlfriend and listen on after the door.
Yeah. But that's that. We will maybe know more tomorrow. I don't know if we will, but that's that. Thank you for joining us for BBCAN. We'll be back, like I said, twice next week, Wednesday and Thursday. Potentially live. Who knows? We might do live things. I don't know. Everybody's so creative. So who knows? But with that being said, thank you for joining us. We will be back next week. Follow, subscribe, do the things, get some merch. Boom, shakack, boom. Cheers. Woo, bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Goodbye now.
Someone's always watching.
Someone is always watching, and usually it's Arissa Cox looking beautiful in white.
Stunning.
Gorge.